All right, as promised, reviewing my day from last Thursday, which was February 15th, which was a new PR day of just over $15,000 on the day, which is really incredible. I remember when I started trading, telling myself how great it would be if I could just make $100 a day and I could quit my job and just really pursue trading. And recently it has kind of felt really similar to that period when I was just starting to find profitability and had some small goals like that. And now I feel really similar, but at a much different level where I'm like, I know I can start hitting five-figure days pretty regularly, see how big I can grow those five-figure days and start to really pull away and take off and level up my trading. So it's really exciting to see. We had a really hot week last week. We'll see what the coming week tomorrow, Tuesday, brings. Today is a holiday. It's President's Day, February 19th, so we have the day off Monday. Figured I'd hop on and just review some of my trades from last week, get ready for tomorrow. But I'm excited. We'll see what tomorrow and the rest of the week brings, and the rest of February and the rest of the year. I hope that this hot burst of momentum stays around a little bit. But before I ramble on too long, let's get back into the live video review. We have DTSS, which I made about 2,000 on. We have PLCE, which I made about 1,000 on, and then CHNR, which I made just over $10,000 on just last week, last Thursday, in this one video. So we'll take a look through and I will commentate, see what I think, see if there's areas for improvement. I guess context here, and this is the first time that I'm really watching these videos back. So it'll be the first time for me, first time for you guys, and with fresh eyes here, I'll kind of comment on what I'm seeing, maybe what mistakes I made, what I think I could do better, and we'll see if I can apply that to the next trading session. Context here, I guess, DTSS the previous day, last Wednesday, had a big move up, followed by a massive sell-off and rejection the rest of the day. That's right. I got overly convicted on DTSS, and I think I went from up like 1,000 or two on it to down like 500 on it by the end of the day, because I just kept trading it for the bounce that never came the day before. So I guess here we're getting a bit of a relief pop and maybe a little bit of short squeeze as late short traders kind of got caught in this surprisingly strong open move off of the open here. So massive squeeze right out of the open, pinning the halt level there, 1342. And let's see how I traded it. So the halt level moved up there to 1361. I would guess that this dips below 13 and I buy it. So I waited. That was a good wait. I just bought there at 1165. Very bottom of that candle. Bottom ticked it. 1,500 shares. And so let's actually go back, because that was a really good read not to buy too early. So I'm waiting. It's still selling, and then I bought. So why did I wait so long to buy? Did I see something on the tape? Yeah, I guess I just didn't see a reason to buy, was really what it was. But I've got 1,500 shares there from 65, which is an awesome entry. And with the bounce here now, it's like, I can take some profit here and scale out and have it be an okay trade, or I can either let it come back to break even. But if it doesn't come back to break even, the other option right out of the open like this is probably retest of high of day. So let's see what I let it do here. So I take some profit there, up 60 cents, which I think makes sense right out of the open, lock some profit in. But let's see if 12 holds. 12 held there really well, And now we had 25 on the ask. So let's just see if the ask starts melting away. I sold some more there at 63, up $1 a share. I think that makes sense. But at this point, I would kind of like to hold, potentially even add. Okay, so I sold some there under 13. I think that probably should have been an add. We had buying coming in. We're retesting high of day. I probably should have added and not sold there, or at least held. It's having some trouble around 13. Again, this is kind of an opportunity to buy more. And we'll just watch the tape and see how the bid holds up. So chopping around a little bit. Not too exciting. Let's move on. Okay. So yeah, I just traded in the price action there. PLCE. So I've taken 2 trades on PLCE so far. PLCE had a big move up out of the open, pulled back hard on that candle, still just back down to the 1 minute 9 EMA, which is basically the first line of support, bounced hard into a halt, and then I think I must have taken 2 trades on it after the halt, both 400 shares, so not very big size at all. Lost 12 cents on this one, lost 18, 19 cents on that one, so I'm down 130 on it at this point in the video. We know that I end up 1,000 on it, so how does that happen? So I buy with that surge of buying there. I got long 28.85, 500 shares. So I'm kind of at this point, I'm like, it's not breaking down lower. I did get kind of a high fill there. But again, I'm like, if it's not breaking down lower, I want to at least take part in that surge of buying, see if we break 29, because if we break 29, it's probably going to 30, maybe even over 30. And you can see I got some out there for 70 cents, 80 cents, and $1.30. And now I guess I stop out the rest there for profit. Again, hopefully I buy some more here with 29 holding would make sense. Let's just see. Hopefully I buy here. Right now, I think it would make a lot of sense. So I get in there 600 shares and immediately I'm selling for like $1.50 a share. So nice trade there. And I'm holding on to the rest of it, just kind of trying to see if it's going to halt up, because we're trying to pin that level. It's having a little bit of trouble. I probably just take the rest of my profit off here soon at some point. Kind of coming back down to my entry. We'll see if 30 holds up. But anyways, we can move on. So that was a good read for the breakthrough 30 because 29 was holding. Over to CHNR, which was my main winner from last Thursday. Very similar actually to MGIH in terms of structure at the opening. It had sold off. You've got some topping tails, rejections in here. Sold off into the open, starts to curl up. I guess it halted and had kind of a violent resumption. Starts to curl back up. There must be shorts stuck from their entries in this candle here. They get squeezed out. Pop up over VWAP. Again, just like MGIH, I'm not really that aggressive here yet because I basically want to see that it's holding VWAP. We did just break through 4. See if it holds the whole dollar. I'm guessing that I took a position on the retest of 4. So where did I get in here? I got in there just a little bit late on the break back up, but let's see. I've sold half into that push higher. Quick 10-cent winner. and I should probably be buying a dip here at this point. Yep. Bigger position, 3,500 shares from 88. Sold some for 10 cents, the rest for 17 cents. Because now the situation here is it just had a huge move up. This is nearly a 100% move back up. It is a little bit extended, but mostly it's just really volatile right now. And I kind of need to see it start holding 4. If we're up this much on just a couple of candles, I pretty much need to start seeing it holding levels before I get more comfortable to get back in, thinking that it might go higher. Just trying to be mindful of my potential risk and reward. So I took 4,000 shares there off of 390 as it was holding. You see I had an order out there to sell some. I sold 100 shares and then canceled the order because it wasn't breaking down. So I'm like, if it's not going to go lower, yeah, I could get 10 cents out of it here, or either I'm going to stop out break even, or it's going to go through 420, or at least try to test 420. So here we go, big pop. And now, probably now I'm deciding what to do. Yeah, so I sold there because it should have probably gone a little faster. That was the pop that I was looking for. But now I would imagine I'm going to probably be pretty aggressive with buying any dips on it, just because of how much strength it's showing now. Seller there, 57, just got blown out. I bought at 70, kind of a high entry, but it doesn't matter because this thing is just a rocket. Sold a third, up 28 cents on that position, and now I'm just looking for the whole dollar break. And I've scaled some out. Again, I hope that I buy more here off of 80. 1,300. And I didn't. I missed the ad. That's okay. Halt level moved up to 26. So I'm just scaling out into this push because I missed the ad. But again, let's see. So a false halt there. So what I would really like to see is a dip down to like 480, 490. To give me a chance to add more. Or even 5 there. Let's see if I add off of this. I have 400 shares. So yeah, there we go. So I added 2,700 shares there at 486. And you can see even the bid is 10 cents above that ad. So that was a good thought process there. Unfortunately, a little bit of a dip. It's still just testing levels, and I sold the rest there at 490 because I know in that situation, if I'm adding that high, it either needs to go and launch right above my entry immediately, or I need to get out immediately. So bought 3,000 shares there at 32. Instantly I'm selling for 30 cents a share on my first sell, 50 cents a share on my second sells. And let's see if it's going to hit 6 now. Halt level is at 6. Sold a little bit more, 72. Added there at 65. Really good read on that ad because we just blast through 6 right there. And I sold most of my position into 615 into that halt there. You can see it was having a little bit of trouble actually pinning and stacking that halt level. And now what's kind of interesting is we halted at 615, but it's showing 570 as the resumption, and it's going to resume in 4 seconds when I resume the video. So my thought is like, look at this move up. This is a pretty insane move to the upside. We're up 500%. Opening at 570 does not let shorts off the hook. If anything, some of them are maybe even going to add, but a lot of them are probably going to stop out and cover their position because some of them did kind of get let off the hook here with a 570 resumption instead of a huge gap up. So either way, I'm kind of imagining that 570 resumption means that there's going to be a lot of buying. So resumes here in 1 second, 570. I held my position, sold there just under 6, just in case it didn't get back over, added 614, kind of biffed that, but added there 644 because I'm like, now we're probably going to test the halt up. And it is 684. There's the halt, having a little trouble. Oh, halt level moved up to 760. So whenever the halt level moves up and we're so extended and shorts are just panicking, you kind of know that it's just going to rocket to the next halt level. I still have 400 shares left from 645. We're up almost $1 higher than that. Let's see how bad it rejects. It didn't reject hard at all, so I bought more at 675, and immediately I have an order out to sell 30 cents higher. Fills immediately. See if 7 holds now, because if 7 holds, probably going 720, 30, 40, and it does. And halt level now is 813, so I'm scaling out a little bit more as this is just going straight up. There's no other word for this aside from straight up. 813 is the halt level. Honestly, I'm hoping that I buy more for the breakthrough 8. Let's see if I do. I have 775 shares, and I probably missed it. Yeah, that was the little micro dip to add. There's the blow off top, the volume top, and I see that in real time. I am understanding that that's what's happening. We're so extended. We had such a huge move up. If it's not going to halt up, it's probably going to have a volume top, extend to the downside. And I'm just looking at the 9 EMA here, 685. I don't know when I buy again. Probably now. Yep. Because I saw that extension down and then I saw it got bought up just a little bit. And that's the first sign that's going to give anybody who's short just a little signal to buy more, and longs are going to see that too, and they're going to think, let's buy. So I have 33-ish 100 shares in there at 677, and instant 30-cent pop, selling there, $1,000 in 2 seconds. And now probably going to be looking for the same thing. Now we're in this range, this dip and pop range, where if it's not going to go lower, we're probably going to have attempts lower that I might be able to buy up for a quick pop. Right now I'm not buying anything because we're just in the middle of that range. I know that there's potentially like 50, 60 cents to the downside that it could drop, because we don't see any buyers in it until down here. What I'm looking for right now is, are we going to break over 750, get back over 8, and then really have a bear trap short squeeze? Or are we going to go back down under 7 and retest support levels? So there we go, back under 7. I buy more, waiting for the dip. It's not dipping anymore. And I time skipped. So through here, I probably just had some trades that didn't really move me at all. This time skip, I'm sitting up 8,200 on it at this point, and I buy here 508, probably just because I see that it's trying to go lower. It's not. This turns into a higher low. Logically, if we see some buying come in here, get a retest of VWAP at least, and just immediate 30 cents. And now I'm holding because I'm like, if 25 is going to hold, we're probably going to retest 550. If we get back over 550, we're back over VWAP. See if that holds. Then, obviously 6 is next. 6 plus probably equals 7. And I had a couple times last week where just the moment after I drew in my trend lines, it resolved and I got a nice trade. So right here, the moment I draw my trend lines, it tests it. So we're popping, We're not going lower. I see a bunch of buying come in. You can't see it on Thinkorswim yet because it's not updated, but you can see on my DOS executions here, I just bought 500 shares at 54. I'm guessing that's going to continue filling in my order up to like 2,500, 3,000 shares. Yep, 3,600 shares there at 54. It gets a pop. I sold 1,000 of them for 20 cents. And now again, I'm just seeing, are we going to hold? Because if we're holding, we're going to 6. Sell a little bit more. Are we going to hold 75.80? Because if we do, we're probably going to 6. If we start holding 90 on the bid, we're probably going through 6. And stalls out a little bit. But I'm just holding my shares there because there's no real reason to sell. And I bought more, actually. Where did I buy more? So I have 1,100 shares there at 54 right now. And actually, that was a really good read. So I added 3,000 shares at 71 because it tested 6, it pulls back, it stops going lower, so I add. I have 4,200 shares now from 567 basically. And just immediate resolution. But still having some trouble at 6. And I should have sold those on the last moment that it popped, because that type of pullback and then buying volume, that should have gone straight through 6. And so it's a little concerning that it's not. And so I sell the rest of my position there, up just under 10,000 on it. And we have to watch the last minute because I have to at least watch the footage where I officially broke 10,000 on it. Nice little dip there. Honestly, could have held that longer. Because here's the thing, like if these super extended moves, when they get bought up and they hold up the initial pop, shorts are kind of scared, and it's probably going to have sort of a second leg to that pop. So just being patient now for the next opportunity to get in, which, looking at it now, probably just like off of 5. Probably take a position right now. Yeah. 94. Out flat. Kind of tough move. On the other hand, it's like this is up 400%. If I'm going to take a position on it in this area, it needs to go right away. But I got a little trade in there just to finish right over 10,000 on it. Right where? Right there. $10,076. So really nice trading on CHNR. I was really actively buying pretty much every time it dipped. I was almost bottom ticking the candles. Every time it popped, I was top ticking my sells until it really started to open up and extend. And then I did a really good job of understanding and realizing that this is the volume top and being patient for my buy as it was coming back down to test support levels, and got some nice trades out of it there. So anyways, really good trading last week. Super hot market. We'll see what this week brings. We'll see what the rest of February brings. It's been strong so far. Maybe I'll do a review at the end of February, depending on how things end up. And you guys can let me know if you have any questions or anything else that you want to see in that review if we do that. So anyways, that's it for now. I will see you guys all in the market tomorrow.